This is News 14 Carolina meteorologist Matthew East. This is the Wednesday edition of East's Weather Video. Been working out the kinks of some new software to record the video today. I would love to know what you think. Feel free to drop a comment below in one of the comment sections of the blog, or you can drop me an email. And again, I'd love to get your opinion and feedback, see how some of this new software works out for us. All right, there's the radar image I snapped this morning showing you very heavy rain that's been occurring over parts of the southern Piedmont, especially Anson and Richmond counties. There's been a lot of flooding issues there, and there have been some significant problems. In fact, Highway 74 had to be closed for a while due to flash flooding there in that portion of the southern Piedmont. So that has certainly been a big problem this morning. In fact, one of the weather observers reports over 6 inches of rain, and it's still raining. That was in Richmond County, and the rain is still coming down. Up and around the Triad, some scattered showers, and I think we're going to continue to see these scattered showers as the day unfolds. Still pretty mild and muggy here as I'm cutting this video in the Carolinas, but look at the cooler, drier air back over the northeastern part of the country and the Great Lakes. That's going to move our way. Here's why. Notice that 1027 millibar high over the Great Lakes. Not the strongest high you'll ever see, but strong enough that as it moves into the New England states, it'll wedge down the eastern side of the mountains and set up one of our classic Carolina wedges here for the next 48 hours or so. All right, here's the 500 millibar chart. This is off of the 06Z run of the GFS. This is valid 2 o'clock this Wednesday afternoon. And there's Ike down in the Gulf. We'll talk about Ike here coming up toward the end of this video. Around here, we've had the trough swing through the northeastern part of the country, the resultant high pressure moving into the New England states into a cold air damming position. And we are going to see that wedge setting up through the day. Some showers from time to time, maybe some rumbles of thunder. And most of us only in the 70s for high temperatures this afternoon. All right, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Ridge already beginning to build here across the southeast, but we still have the wedge in place at the surface. So still some shower chances tomorrow, and I think still highs in the 70s in most spots for tomorrow, for our Thursday afternoon. Here we are Friday afternoon, Ike approaching the Texas coastline, and around here I'll mention the chance for some more showers, maybe a couple thunderstorms Friday as the wedge begins to scour out. Heading into the weekend, this is Saturday at 2 p.m. The ridge begins to build across the southeastern part of the country. And that will translate into some warmer temperatures. The wedge is gone by Saturday. We'll pop up toward the upper 80s to around 90 for high Saturday. And the ridge still with us Sunday, although it's getting flattened a bit. And Sunday still looks like a fairly hot day for this time of year with high temperatures in many spots in the lower 90s, it appears. All right, so let's talk about what happens after that. Here we are to Monday, and notice the GFS here shows a nice trough crashing into the eastern part of the country, sort of suppressing that ridge a bit. And if that is indeed the case, we would have some cooler temperatures coming as we get on into next week. Again, this is the GFS valid at 2 p.m. Monday. There's 2 p.m. Tuesday at 500 millibars. And if that solution's correct, some cooler air. But other models don't bring that trough in. And some other models also bring the remnants of Ike up in our direction early next week. So the jury still definitely out with the exact weather scenario that will play out for us as we get into next week. Okay, let's talk about Ike. There's the satellite image from Ike this morning. Ike has a very well-organized central dense overcast there, and Ike is beginning the strengthening process. And I think all the ingredients are there for some significant strengthening of Ike. And I think Ike will become a major hurricane in the Gulf. The waters are very warm, the upper air pattern fairly diffluent, and it looks like we'll see some pretty significant intensification of Ike. There is the 6Z early cycle track guidance, the tropical model data, and unanimously, the models take Ike into Texas. And so it looks increasingly likely that we will see a Texas landfall of Ike Friday night or early Saturday. That's the National Hurricane Center forecast track. They bring Ike to the Texas coast during the pre-dawn hours Saturday morning. Let's talk about intensity. This is the GFDL model. And that brings Ike down to the 930s for pressure, the 35-meter wind there at 137 knots. And that is a very, very intense hurricane. And the Hurricane Wharf, really much the same. The pressure down at 907 millibars, 122-knot, 10-meter wind. And that would be a big problem. I think, again, Ike's going to become a major hurricane and will probably make landfall in Texas as a major hurricane. So that's going to be, unfortunately, I think, a pretty big problem as we wrap up this week. All right, that is it for this edition of East Weather Video. If you want to drop me an email, matthew.east@news14.com. And, of course, Time Warner Cable Channel 14, News 14 Carolina there for you, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Thanks for watching the latest edition of East Weather Video. Everyone have a wonderful day, and God bless.